catch up on that?
진짜 맛있어. You should try it.
Really?
진짜 맛있어.
I'm suspicious.
설탕에 캐치를 했어요. Okay, so it's time to start our TOEIC speaking chat.
Okay.
먼저 TOEIC speaking 오늘은 며칠자의 시험이냐는지 보여드릴게요. 바로 4월 14일, 15일 시험 대비 문제들을 준비해봤습니다. 저희가요, 이 문제들을 선정을 할 때는요, we take into deep consideration on whether which questions will appear on the next test. 정말 많이 고민해요. 그래서 이렇게 점쟁이처럼 뭐가 나올까, 뭔가 이렇게 해가지고 뽑아요. 느낌이 정말 충만한. 그래서 이렇게 빈도수도 보고 이번엔 이런 게 물어볼 것 같아. 이제 곧 나올 거야 하는 것들을 선정해가지고 저희가 하는 거라서 아마 오늘 공부 학습 열심히 하시면 시험에 많이 이 문제들을 볼 수 있을 테니까요. 어디 파트 1부터 한번 시작해 보도록 하겠습니다. Alright, so this is the first passage and it seems like it's like commercial?
Hanover Medical.
광고.
So yeah, it seems like a clinic commercial.
맞아. 그러니까 뭔가 병원 선전이에요. 사실 병원 선전이라는 게 우리나라에는 별로 없는데 미국에 있나 봐.
여기 있는 것 같은데? 뭐 TV 말고 근데 뭐 지하철에 뭐 치료이나 뭐 그런 거?
아니야. 그거 말고 TV.
TV에서 잘 안 하는 것 같아.
그런데 그건 있어. 요양병원?
Maybe.
And one thing very weird about death or sickness related commercials is the funeral service.
Oh, yeah.
그거는 많이 해. TV에서. 그래서 병원 자체를 내가 선전을 본 적은 없는데 아무튼 이 첫 번째 질문은 병원 선전이에요.
I remember recently I was watching TV and saw a commercial for a funeral service. And I had to ask my girlfriend what it was because I thought I understood the words, but I didn't understand why everyone looked happy.
Because
I was like, but it's an advertisement for something sad.
그러니까 잘 돌아가셨다고. 죽어서 땡큐 이게 아니라 행복하게 마지막 가는 길까지 행복하라 하시라고 축복해 주는 건데 약간 컨셉이 그런 것 같아. Like
okay.
when you're dead in a battlefield, nobody's gonna be happy about that, right?
Yeah.
But like when you're blessed with your death in Korean, we'd say you're blessed.
Okay.
That or she or he is blessed.
Yeah.
Because or he or she didn't suffer too much. 그래서 너무 힘들지 않게 가시는 길까지 편안하게 모신다. 뭐 이런 말을 해요.
Okay.
All right, so read us the first commercial.
All right. For the best care available, come to Hanover Medical. Whether you feel sick or not, everyone should visit a doctor regularly. Our health specialists can offer advice, diagnose symptoms, and prescribe medication. Call or come in to schedule your next checkup with us.
Alright, well some words are tricky there. medical이라는 단어도 우리는 medical이 아니라 medical, 약간 CAL 부분을 좀 강하지 않게 읽어야 되겠어요. Can you repeat that word?
Medical.
One more time.
Medical.
그렇죠? 그리고 당연히 닥터인 거 아시죠? 독토 아니에요. 독토. No 독토. It's
not Not the island.
doctor이라고 해주세요. Can you?
Doctor.
One more time.
Doctor.
Right. 그리고 진단을 하다라는 단어가 diagnose라고 되어 있는데 마지막은 코라는 단어처럼 nose 하면 되거든요. 근데 diagnose 요것을 조금 연습해 볼게요. 3 times.
Diagnose.
한 번 더.
Diagnose.
한 번 더.
Diagnose.
그렇죠. 마지막에 nose라는 이 단어만 기억하시면 될 것 같아요. 그리고 뭐 마지막에 보니까 또 prescribe medication에서 처방을 받은 약이란 뜻인데 prescribe medication 이런 단어 좀 길어요. And actually it's two-word word. There are two words in one word actually, but you know you should read it like one. 두 개지만 하나처럼 읽어야겠습니다. 한번 읽어볼게요.
Prescribe medication.
한 번 더.
Prescribe medication.
아니구나. 이건 동사 명사구나. Sorry. It's not prescribed. It's verb.
Well, yeah, it's the verb and the noun together.
그치. 동사 명사였어. Sorry. 그래서 prescribe medication. medication을 처방받다. prescribe medication. 다시 한번 해볼게요. One more time. 3번 해보죠.
Prescribe medication.
Twice more.
Prescribe medication.
One more time.
prescribe medication.
그렇죠? 이런 단어들이 좀 어려웠을 것 같아. 그래서 이런 질문이 나왔고 나올 것이고. And this is the second one here. Let's quickly move on to the second one.
Okay.
It's that famous weather forecast.
Weather. Yeah, these come up a lot.
You know, today actually, this week, one of my students, they were asking me why in front of the word weather forecast do we always see the word the? 항상. It's not, welcome to, we're going to talk about all weather forecast, right? We're going to talk about the weather forecast. They wanted an explanation on that. 왜냐면 한국 사람들은, like foreigners, when they start to learn English, the word and the is a very, very tricky thing.
Yeah.
So they're like, 선생님, 왜 더가 항상 붙어 있어요? Why is the always there? 물어봤잖아, 나한테 오늘. 그렇지. Why is it? 네이티브가 말해주세요.
You know, I haven't really thought about that, but with weather, whenever you talk about weather, we normally say the weather. If you use a weather, then you have to say something like a weather pattern. So or a kind of weather. But when it comes to weather in general, since it's just like the existing thing around you, then weather isn't really exactly existing, but
그러니까 원어민도 설명해 그냥 그런 줄 알아라고 말씀드리고 싶긴 한데요. 제가 생각하기엔 이런 것 같아요. Cause like weather forecast라는 건 오늘의 날씨가 이미 정해졌잖아. Nobody knows but God knows. But weather obviously has been set. 사람들이 어떻게 할 수 있는 게 아니잖아요. 그래서 정해져 있는 날씨, 뭔가 이렇게 fixed 된 어떤 weather condition을 우리한테 알려주는 거니까 today, this is the weather forecast. Now, or we could say it's the weather today or today's weather or the weather 이런 식으로 그 뭔가 정해져 있는 날씨.
yeah.
하느님이 I don't believe in God, guys. I don't believe in God. But it's already there. I mean, like nobody can do anything about it. 그렇잖아요. 날씨는 누가 어떻게 할 수 없는 거니까 아마 정해져 있어서 그런 것 같아요. So we say the weather or the weather forecast. 그래서 더가 항상 붙어 있어요, 여러분. 알겠죠? 그러면 weather forecast입니다. Let's listen to native speakers weather forecast.
This is the weekend weather forecast. Saturday is expected to be cloudy all day with a chance of rain. Sunday is expected to be chilly, wet, and windy. Some areas may also see some minor flooding later in the evening. If you want to stay dry this weekend, I recommend staying indoors.
Alright. 그리고 여기 indoors 이런 단어 있잖아요. 끝에 S 발음까지 꼭 반드시 해주셔야 돼요. Go outdoors, stay indoors. S 발음 되게 중요하니까 해주시고요.
그 indoors 그 S 빼면은 그 형용사도 해가지고 indoor 그 다음에 명사 나와요.
원어민이 이렇게 문법을 우리가 S가 없는 indoor를 보는 경우가 있어요. indoor activities 이런 거 아니면 outdoor activities 그렇죠. 근데 indoor이라는 단어로 끝나는 경우는 대부분 S나 outdoor도 S가 붙어 있으니까 if you see that S at the end, make sure you make the sound.
Right.
Okay? Because if you omit that sound, 그걸 말 안 하면은요, they're gonna think that you're not aware of some grammatical fact. 그래서 뭔가 문법적으로 이해가 안 되는 게 있나 보다라고 마이너스 감점 될 수 있으니까요. Make sure if you see any kind of essays, you say that, okay? And also, when you're reading part one, of course, especially in this TOEIC speaking test, you may always see 3 words listed.
Right.
Yeah.
There's always the A, B, C.
Yeah. So here, it's chilly, wet, and windy. And when you're reading this, Sunday is expected to be chilly, wet, and windy. It's so robotic.
Yeah.
요즘에는 AI도 그러지 않던데. It's too robotic, okay? 요즘에 AI도 되게 뭔가 intonation을 써서 하더라고요. 그래서 Sunday is expected to be chilly, wet, and windy. 이런 식으로 뭔가 이렇게 억양의 다양성을 좀 주면 좋겠어요. Because I hear a lot of you when you're like doing part one, you're very nervous. The test has just started and you don't know what to do with your English and you're like, oh, all the words are so new. This is the weather we can forecast. The Saturday is expected to be cloudy all day with a chance of rain. Sunday is expected to be chilly, wet, and windy. Some areas may also be so. 그래서 느낌을 살려서 This is the weekend weather forecast. Saturday is expected to be cloudy all day with a chance of rain. Sunday is expected to be chilly, wet, and windy. Some areas may also see some minor flooding later in the evening. If you want to stay dry this weekend, I recommend staying indoors.
Good.
근데 이번 주말에 stay indoors 하면 안 될 것 같아요. 왜냐면 날씨가 괜찮더라고요. Oh, they say it's gonna rain tomorrow.
Oh, I think this weekend is supposed to rain.
Yeah, Saturday it's gonna be rainy, but Sunday it's gonna be sunny. So guys, go outdoors.
Oh, okay.
But they say it's gonna get chilly though.
So I guess actually kind of similar to this.
맞아요,
forecast.
맞아요. 그래서 weather forecast든 뭐 commercial든 파트 1을 읽을 땐 억양 조절하는 거 많이 신경 써주세요. All right, now we've done the warming up part, so let's go on to part 2.
Okay.
사진 좀 보세요. 사실 이런 사진도 진짜 많이 나오고요. 이거는 뭐 단골. 단골이 뭐야?
Regular?
It comes up regularly. It comes up all the time. 잠깐 단골하니까 갑자기 지난번에 우리가 촬영하고 난 다음에 삼겹살에 소주를 삼겹살은 아니었어요. 삼겹살이었나?
삼겹살하고 목살이랑 한정살?
그리고 껍데기 먹었잖아.
껍데기.
껍데기에 So we had some a drinking party afterwards with him, his girlfriend, and I, all three of us. And what was I saying? Oh, when we went there, it was like Korean barbecue restaurant. 그 한국 이제 삼겹살집 barbecue restaurant, and that 아줌마 이모. The owner of that place is like really fond of Dan. She loves Dan. So he's 거기 단골. He's a regular. 갑자기 그 생각이 났어. regular니까.
Yeah. Every time I go there, she is always super happy to see me. And, 또 오셨어요. 여기 앉으세요. 여자친구 어딘데?
맞아. 둘이 자주 가나 보더라고. So this is a regular picture for TOEIC speaking test takers. 이런 사진도 되게 자주 나오고요. 그리고 이런 거 길거리 사진도 자주 나와요. Like the pictures in the street.
Pictures in the street.
Look at them. They look like Avengers. 뭔가 막 team of some kind of
They definitely look like they're posing for like a sitcom TV show or something.
We're gonna go kill everyone. We're gonna go and do it. 나도 잘할 수 있을 것 같아. 강남대로 해서. 근데 여기 보니까 action들이 다 많아요. There are many actions happening here, although they might be walking and crossing the street. You can see a woman holding a cup of coffee there on the left side. And most of them are smiling. 뭔가 좋은 일이 있나 봐요. About to make a great deal. And carrying bags, holding bags.
Or you could say the man on the left looks like he's laughing.
Oh, laughing 하는 거랑 smiling 하는 거랑 차이가 있어요.
Right.
여기 또 전직 배우님께서 alright, let me remove the picture here. 우리 전직 배우님께서 일단은 smile 해주세요. Please smile. Okay. Now numb face. Alright. Please laugh. Alright, stop there. Numb face. Please smile. Numb face. Now, please laugh. Okay. 뭔지 알겠죠? 뭐 이런 느낌이라 보시면 돼요. 그래서 스마일 하는 거는 그냥 방실방실 이렇게 웃고 있는 건데 laughing 하는 거는 뭔가
That actually, when I learned Korean, because in Korean, 웃다 is both laugh and smile.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of trouble with that at first because I would try to say, 웃고 있어. 근데 뭐 그냥 웃는 거 아니에요. 크게 웃고 있잖아. 소리 내고 웃고 있잖아 말이야.
크게 웃고 있어. 그리고 그 스마일은 미소 짓단가?
미소 짓다.
갑자기 그 생각났다. 비웃고 있다. 영어로 뭐야? 비웃고 있어.
That would be, you could say, like a sneer.
Sneer. Sneering at somebody. 네, 나 여기가 안 돼. senior. 여기 분들이 많이 이렇게 써주시고 있는데 오늘은 태지 is saying something like weather and weather is confusing.
Well, the pronunciation is the same, but I think seeing them, they're usually used in very different situations.
So you have to think of it context-wise, but the sound is same. The pronunciation is the same. So you just say weather and weather. 자, 오늘은 다시 사진으로 돌아가야겠다. Let's look at this picture here. Oops. Alright, so 이 사진을 또 좀 제가 한번 묘사를 해볼 테니까요. 45초 동안 제가 어떤 말들을 하는지 여러분들 들리는 단어들 있으면 한번 써보도록 하세요. Alright, so if you hear any good expressions that you would like to check on or make corrections on, maybe, then please type in, okay? This is a picture taken on a street, and there are 5 people in this picture. They look like office workers. They're all dressed up in formal wear, formal clothes. On the left side of the picture, I can see a woman. She's wearing a white jacket, and she's holding a cup of coffee. And next to her, there's a man who is very, very happy. He is laughing aloud. In the middle of the picture, I can see 2 people. One of them is a man, one of them is a woman, and both of them are looking at something and walking. And on the right side of the picture, I can see a woman, and she's carrying a red bag. In the background of the picture, there are many windows, buildings, and maybe they're going somewhere. They are walking in line.
Well, I wouldn't say that it's wrong, but usually if you say walking in line, I would think like a straight line, one in front of each other. But they are in a line, but in this I would say they're walking in a row.
Oh, right. 그 뭐냐면 when you say walking in line, it seems like, you're doing some kind of military, practice.
Or like if you're standing in line, like at the bank, maybe.
Yeah, you're waiting for something in line.
Yeah.
That's when you say in line.
So you've got like front, back are people, but here it's next to. So I would say they're walking in a row.
In a row.
Or walking alongside each other.
Or I think walking next to each other.
Next to
each other could be very generally used. So you can say people are walking next to each other. And let's say they look like coworkers. Right. 왜냐면 they가 여러 명이니까 they look like coworkers 라고 여러 명이라 해주시고요. Carrying a red bag. 그쵸? 빨간색 가방이라는 게 눈에 띄니까 이런 것도 좀 짚어서 말을 해주면 좋을 것 같아요. Alright. 그래서 뭐 이런 거를 말하는 사진이라서 사진을 제가 항상 여러 개를 보면은 when I look at the pictures of 토익스피킹 I see a lot of times we see pictures from office.
Yeah.
And I think this is because for people at ETS, it's easier to take pictures where they're working.
I feel like a lot of them seem like Shutterstock type pictures. But yeah, I think offices tend to be common, but also usually toy material, especially like the RC and the LC, much more than the speaking, but the speaking too. A lot of it is very business oriented.
맞아. This is like business English, right?
Yeah.
So they want to know typically in business kind of situation if you know how to describe some kind of a situation happened.
Yeah.
So 그 한 씬을 갖다가 어떻게 묘사하는데 보통은 이제 사무실에서 씬이니까 그 business English이라고 생각하면 될 것 같아요. Alright? So I recommend you guys to definitely study this one here because you're going to be looking at some bunch of people working in an office together. She's giving a presentation. They're having a meeting. 이런 표현들. And we, from time to time, do see these pictures outside. All right? So make sure you know the expressions. They're walking. They're going somewhere. They're crossing the street. Okay, now let's move on to part 3. And it's this one. Hold on a second. All right, can you read it for us on the top?
Okay. Imagine that an English magazine is doing research for an article. They are asking you questions about parks.
공원에 관한 얘기야. Like parks, questions about parks they're asking you all the time. Okay, so 언제나 공원에 관해서는요, you gotta be ready to lie about it.
Yes. In fact, this actually just came up earlier. we were talking with one of our PDs, and he mentioned that there's nowhere around here to go exercise.
없어.
And so for me, I almost never go to a park because I don't live near one.
근데 진짜 외국인들이 이런 거 알아야 되는데. Like Gangnam is so famous all around the world thanks to Psy.
Yeah.
People know so much the word Gangnam.
Yeah.
And like when they come to Korea, when they visit Seoul, they're definitely coming to Gangnam, which is here, right here. We're in the center of Gangnam.
Yeah.
But you know, unfortunately, in the center of Gangnam, there is no park.
Yeah.
There's one park. Actually,
really?
like when you come out, there's a hillside. 이렇게 올라가는 데가 있어요. 높이 오르막길.
Okay, I know where it is. Yeah.
국기원이라고 거의 뭐 땀을 뻘뻘 흘려서 like you like really sweat and walk up the hill, uphill for about like 10-15 minutes, and you find lots of trees there, and there might be a park, but I don't think it's worth it. Yeah. So if you want to find park in Seoul, don't come to Gangnam. Maybe I should make a song about it. There's no park in Gangnam. There's no park in Gangnam. But there's lovely and beautiful Han River.
Right.
Yeah. So if you go there, you can enjoy the widest park, I think longest and widest park along the Han River. Have you been there?
Oh yeah, yeah. Especially when I lived in Bogwangdong. Actually, Bogwangdong.
Bogwangdong. Okay. Yes.
When I lived there, I wasn't very far from the Han River.
Oh yeah.
And so sometimes I would take a walk down to the park there.
그러니까 한리버 그 가면은 파크가 진짜 좋은 데가 많으니까요. 한국 오시면 거기 가면 좋을 것 같아요. But other than that, like there's no park near my house. I'm not gonna go. I don't go. I never go. What did I tell you? There's no park. 이렇게 답변하면 안 돼요.
Yeah.
Like while you are taking a test, you have to say, "Oh, there's a park.
Yeah.
It's lovely. It's beautiful." You have to be a good liar.
Yeah.
All right. So I will ask you. Oh, you know what we're gonna do? You ask me questions first.
Okay.
And I'm gonna act as if I am level 5 or 6 speaker.
Okay.
레벨 한 5, 6 정도 되는 스피커가 어떻게 말하는지 특징을 좀 살려서 말해볼 테니까요. Listen carefully. I'm speaking like, you know, when people get level 5 or 6. And after that, he's going to speak like a native speaker. He's going to act like a native speaker.
I'm good at acting like a native speaker.
Thank you. Now, so give me the first question about the parks.
Okay. When do you usually go to a park? Who do you usually go with?
I usually go to a park on the weekends, and I go to a park with my dog, Julie. I like to walk her at the park, and we like to take a walk, spend time there. Oh, it is so nice and fun. 어떡해. 나 근데 나의 내추럴 모습을 보여줬어.
I think you forgot that you were going to go to the lower level.
맞아. Okay, guys, reset. 다시. Reset. Okay, again. Once again, give me the question again.
When do you usually go to a park? Who do you go with?
I usually go to a park weekend and I go with my dog. Okay. 근데 중요한 건 제가 말한 답변이 유창하진 않았어요. Although it wasn't fluent, I was directing the question. You know, like when and who. 그래서 그 부분을 갖다가 최대한 뭔가 말을 하려고 했지만 문법적으로 맞지 않는 게 그게 이제 안 좋았던 점이죠. Alright, and the next question.
What do you usually do when you go to a park?
What do you usually do when I go to a park is bicycle and fun. I can exercise. 이 정도. 15초.
I was looking at the timer when it said 30 and I thought,
oh, this is 15 seconds.
Shouldn't this one be 15?
근데 내 답변 없었어. 이해할 것 같아. 원어민이 내가 뭘 하고 싶어 하는지, 공원에 가면 내가 뭘 하고 싶어 하는지, 뭘 했는데.
So you go to the park to, I think, exercise and ride your bike.
맞아. 오, 그거 이런 거라니까. 질문을 했는데 커뮤니케이션이 됐어. 그러면 레벨 5, 6가 되는 거예요. 네. Alright, then let's go on to the last one. Give me the last question.
How many parks are there near where you live? Do you think there are enough?
There is many parks. One park near my where I live, and I think small, too small, and I think there are no enough, and. Do you get what I'm trying to say right here? Yeah, like what was I saying?
So what you're saying was that there's a park near your place, but it's not big enough and you think there should be more.
Okay. 그러니까 이 정도가 이제 여러분들이 생각하기에 레벨 5, 6를 받는 수준이다. 사실 이거보다 조금 더 말을 잘 하더라도 6인 경우 문법이 많이 틀릴 수가 있어요. Like, although you might be speaking fast enough and more, if your grammars are wrong, if you like make lots of grammatical errors, then you likely as well get level 6.
I was looking at the Hangul there of Regio Bui, a reservoir.
Oh, reservoir.
So I mostly go to Sakchon Reservoir with my family in my free time. Yeah, it's... I would say a reservoir seems less common than a lake.
When you say reservoir means we're saving water intentionally.
Yeah.
물을 일부러 이렇게 막아두는 저수지를 두고 reservoir이라 하지 그냥 이렇게 막아둔 인공호수라고 그걸 reservoir이라고 하진 않아요. So it's more natural to say just lake.
Yeah. And also another thing, the word reservoir, there's 3 R's and a V. And I think that would be really hard for Koreans to pronounce.
맞아, reservoir. 근데 지금 용현님의 답변을 보고 있어요. 용현님의 답변을 보고 있는데 영어를 꽤나 하시는 분 같아요. 전체적으로 이렇게 문장 말씀을 하시면 말할 때 이렇게 나온다면 좋을 것 같아요. But if you speak and make more mistakes in grammar, then you likely as well get level 6. 그래서 아마 레벨 7을 목표로 하시는 것 같은데 문법을 아마 잘 생각해서 말씀을 하시면 더 좋겠습니다. 그리고 단어를 너무 어렵게 쓰지 마세요. Reservoir is too much.
Yeah.
Too much. Okay? Alright, so that was me doing level 5 and 6. 오, 레벨 5, 6의 모습을 보였다면 this time I'll give you the questions. 여기 이제 원어민처럼 해주세요. You gotta act like, you are a native speaker. Okay?
I think I can do it.
Can you do American native speaker?
I think I can pull off sounding American.
그럼 이렇게 하자. Try to do British.
Please,
that
would be
please.
difficult.
그렇게 해줘. 나도 했잖아. 난 레벨 5, 6 했으니까. 오케이, 여러분. 데니 영국식 영어를 하는 사람, 영국인인 것처럼 한번 해보겠습니다. 자, 대대 영국 영어예요. Okay, so people out there who like just in case like British people you get to watch this,
They'll probably hate me.
You guys are always anybody's gonna hate him, right? He's American, so just
we have a history of not getting along.
All right, so here you go, British man. How often do you visit smartphone stores and why?
I visit a smartphone store maybe once every year. I go because I need to change my phone to a new one when my old one is out of date.
I didn't know British people speak slower.
I had to try hard.
오케이, 좋아요. 자, 여러분들 내용을 잘 들으세요. 내용을 들어야지 연기를 보시면 안 돼요. Now, what do you usually do with your smartphone?
I use my smartphone for many things. I look at the weather on my phone, and I text and I call my friends, and I look at the internet as well. I do everything with my phone.
You lad sound a lot like American.
I probably should.
Okay, so here's the last one. What is the most important thing you consider when choosing a monthly plan for your smartphone? Unlimited data, unlimited text messaging, unlimited calls.
The most important thing that I consider when choosing a monthly plan for my smartphone is unlimited text messaging, because I usually use Wi-Fi for data and I don't use it to call out very much, so I almost always text message with my friends. And so that's why I would prefer unlimited text messaging when choosing my phone plan.
Are you sure you're from Britain?
Nope. I guess you can say I grew up in the New England area.
맞아. 뉴욕
But
쪽은
New England
그래도
and England are very different.
안 그래도 그 히스토리에 대해서 얘기한 적이 있었어. Because I was telling people in my class why the name is New York, New Jersey, New Zealand, New England.
Because there already was one of those cities in Europe.
맞아. 유럽에
So they
원래
just took
있던
that
곳들인
new.
거야. 요크에 살던 사람들이 와가지고, it's a New York, right? And Jersey 살던 사람들이 와가지고, this is gonna be New Jersey now.
Yeah.
But one thing in English, which is very strange, is the word Newfoundland.
Right.
새로 찾은 땅.
Yeah.
근데 Newfoundland는 아니잖아, 거기는.
Yeah, the pronunciation is Newfoundland, but it's spelled Newfoundland.
맞아. Teji is saying your speaking looks like a BBC caster. He was doing great.
When I look at the news, I prefer to look at BBC.
Why?
Because usually if it's talking about America, it has a more general perspective. Instead of being either from the very one side or very the other side,
무슨 말인지 알겠어.
it's more neutral.
그렇겠구나.
So you get more facts than opinions.
나도 BBC도 많이 보고, CNN도 많이 보고, 그 영어를 공부하시는 분들이 많이 물어봐요. 그러니까 뉴스 보면서 영어 공부하고 싶은데 좀 어떻게 하면 도움이 될까? But you know what? Like in the beginning, if you're just a beginner, it's going to be really hard to either understand the BBC English or CNN English.
Yeah.
So when you are starting to learn English, it's better to watch Sesame Street.
That would be a good start.
되게 심각하게. 미국에서 이제 뽀뽀뽀 같은 게 Sesame Street인데 사실 그 영어도 어려워요. It could be hard.
It can be.
Yeah.
Actually, I was looking up among the notes there from Kim Na-kyung, which you wrote there. That looks like a perfect response.
나경님 답변 일단 그 와중에도 이게 사담을 하는 와중에도 봤다는데 나경님 답변 짱이었답니다. 정말 perfect response.
Yeah.
Level 8. Okay. Oh yeah, Brian, BBC is too hard, right? 선생님 BBC 인터뷰하는 영상 봤어요. Really? Yeah, I was on BBC.
I know you told the story about that recently.
Like very, very coincidentally, I got to be interviewed by like BBC Network in Korea, and it was broadcasted on BBC like world everywhere, and it was about like people living like working really hard in Korea. So there were 4 people. One of them was 강원도 닭강정 할머니. 닭강정을 열심히 만드는 할머니였어요. One of them was a shipbuilder, like a person who's working, maestro, working in a shipyard. Like he's been working there for like 40 years or something. And one of them was 한경이, and she's famous for making steam 다림기. 하는 거랑 한 가지. 근데 어쨌든 말을 갖다가 계속 하는 게 중요한 거니까 말하는 걸 하나 부정하나 긍정하나 그건 상관없을 것 같아요. 근데 중요한 건 한 개를 선택하라고 했으니까 한 개를 선택을 딱 하는 게 중요하거든요. 그래서 한 개를 딱 선택을 해서 말하는 게 좋겠습니다. 이게 질문이었던 거죠, 피디님? 오케이. 정말 끊겼나요, 뭐지? 여러분들 이제 다시 돌아왔죠? We're back.
I think we're back now for all of us, right? And no sound problem, right?
버퍼가 좀 있었대요.
Okay.
All right.
We're
Alright,
good.
so we're fine. Alright, now we're gonna move on to part 4.
Okay.
It's this one here. 최근에 나온 차트들의 모습을 한번 저희가 같이 보도록 할게요. So this one is, look at this. 보통 이제 speaker, there's a speaker and there's a speech topic. 오른쪽에 보면은 topic이 쭉쭉쭉 나와 있죠.
Okay.
And on the top, you may see the location information, where, 어딘지, and the date information, when, 언제 열리는지. 그리고 왼쪽에 보면 time information, 이런 것들이 나와 있어요. 그래서 이런 것들을 쭉 말하는 건 저희가 늘 많이 보는 그런 차트가 되겠고요. There's another one I would like to share, which is this one. It's very similar, but it's a little different. Like when you look into it, this is like an interview schedule.
Yeah.
그래서 위쪽이랑 왼쪽에 있는 날짜라든지 뭐 장소 그리고 시간은 비슷한데 중간에 내용을 잘 보시면요, you can see that they are applicants, not the speakers.
Right.
They are people applying for the company and applying to the company and applying for the positions. 그래서 자리 position이라면 그 일자리를 말하잖아요. So job positions 어떤 걸 지원했는지 쭉 볼 수 있고. 그리고 맨 오른쪽에 보면 지금 어느 회사에서 일하는지를 볼 수 있는 이런 차트가 좀 요즘에 많이 나오는 편이에요. So current company means that these people are currently working there.
Right.
그래서 지금도 일을 하고 있다. 이런 내용이 되겠죠. 이 차트를 여러분들 좀 잘 봐주세요. 왜냐면 이 차트가 요즘에 좀 많이 나오는 편이거든요. So it's going to be very helpful for you guys if you take a good look into it. 혹시 이런 차트를 시험에 본 적이 있나요? Anybody? 태지 says we can watch CNN, ABC, and BBC, also KBS on satellite TV. Cool. Cool. Like nowadays, like you can watch any kind of TV wherever you are. I mean, like even in North Korea, I'm pretty sure they're gonna. Some people would be watching.
Maybe the elite.
맞아.
But I think for the general population, I think it's blocked.
You know the concert, the Korean concert that was held in the North Korea recently?
Yeah.
They say like all the spectators there, people there in that concert hall had at least a glimpse of an experience abroad.
Oh, okay.
그러니까 다 거기 앉아 계신 분들은 대부분 해외 경험이 있어서 거기 갔던 그런 K-pop 이런 거 막 빨간만 이렇게 해도 다 이해한다. 어느 정도 이렇게 내용을 알고 계시는 분들이 많이 왔다 그러더라고요.
Yeah, I heard about that, and I heard that Kim Jong-un really enjoyed the concert.
Yeah.
And I couldn't help but picture him standing in his seat going.
Well, I don't think he 안 했을 것 같은데. 이거 안 했을 것 같은데.
I kept imagining that.
안 했을 거야. 이게 체면이 있는데 그래도 한 나라의 원수 이렇게 it's like the biggest like greatest guy there.
Yeah.
In his mind maybe he was doing it. He would have to just. 그래서 아무튼 그랬다고 합니다. 그래서 지금 보면은 요런 차트가 좀 자주 방금 레드벨벳 같은 그런가? 한번 해야 되나? Western Tech is seeking for job candidates to replace the vacant position. 나쁘지 않아요. 근데 요 말을 쓰게 되는 질문은 잘 없어요. 질문을 바로 공개하겠습니다. So here goes the questions, guys. So try to answer them, okay? And I will answer them.
Okay.
All right. Hold on. Let me get the timer. Here we go.
What time will the last interview start? Who is the applicant?
The last interview will start at 3:30 p.m. and we'll interview Linda Moore, and she's applying for the network administrator position. Please keep that in mind. She looks like a very interesting person.
Okay.
사실 직접적으로 필요한 답변은 이거였어요. It will start at 3:30 p.m. and you will interview Linda Moore. Or the applicant's name is Linda Moore. 근데 뭐뭐 is 뭐뭐라는 가장 기본적인 문장 구조보다는 일반 동사를 써서 you will interview Linda more 하면은 약간 조금 더 수준이 있는 문장이니까 그런 식으로 쓰면 더 좋을 것 같아요.
Yeah, and for that particular question, 15 seconds is a fairly long time to answer.
맞아요.
And so it's good to, if you can throw in extra information.
Yeah. 그런 거 조금만 더 추가해줘도 괜찮을 것 같습니다. Alright, and the second question.
I heard that 2 of the applicants currently work at Compton Corp. Is that right?
Hold on, I need to see the chart. Compton Corp. Okay, so yes, you're right. Actually, there are 2 applicants from Compton Corp. One of them is Christopher Wise, and the other one is Joseph Baldwin. Both of them are working at Compton Corp. 이런 질문에 대한 답변을 할 때는 시간이 지금 되게 촉박했잖아요. 그래서 제가 한 것처럼 둘 다 어디서 일합니다 라고 하면은 한두 문장을 쭉 하나로 바꿀 수 있어요. By using the subject both of them. 그쵸? 그래서 both of them are working at Compton Corp 라고 하시면 되겠어요. Alright, and here goes the last question.
Okay. Could you please tell me all you can about people applying for the digital designer position?
Sure. There are 2 people. At 11:15 a.m., you will interview Dave Madden, and he is working at Dual Software right now. And at 1:45 p.m., you will interview Elizabeth Coleman, and she's working at Lionel Tech right now. And both of them are applying for the digital designer position. So please keep that in mind.
All right.
Oh.
Yeah, and also in this type of thing, a lot of names come out. So like Dave Madden, it sounded like you were starting to say Madden or
Maiden. Madden.
And honestly, that's not a huge problem, the pronunciation, because many things can have different pronunciations. So, for example, the third one there, Margie Olson, it could be Margie Olson.
맞아. Margie Olson 다 될 수 있고 첫 번째 것만 사실 첫 번째 거는 절대로 Christopher이 되진 않아요.
Yeah.
That will never happen. Like 0%.
Yeah.
그래서 Christopher Wise 뭐 이런 단어는 많이 본 적이 있으니까 Christopher Wise 이 정도만 실수하지 않는다면 전체적으로는 alphabet sound 이런 것만 잘 지켜서 읽으시면 되니까 이름에 너무 스트레스 받으시면 안 돼요, 여러분. 있는 그대로 그냥 읽어주시면 돼요. 오케이. 우리 채팅창을 한번 볼까요? What are you guys saying? 남자 이름에 she 이렇게 하면 감점인가요? I would say it's not a huge problem. he랑 she 구분하는 건 그렇게 문제가 안 돼요.
Yeah.
그러니까 그 he, she보다는 전체적으로 문장을 만드는 거에 조금 더 신경을 써주세요. Okay? You can call them he or she. It's better to call the right gender. Yeah. But, you know, it's, the most important thing is you have to make the full sentence.
Yeah. And also the same name can be used for different genders.
Right.
So here we have Christopher, but like my first brother is Christopher, but he always goes by Chris. And also I have a cousin named Christine, and she also always goes by Chris.
그쵸.
So if it's Chris, it could be a man or a woman.
맞아요. 그리고 여기 또 질문들이 있는데, let's see. 질문들이 너무 쏟아지고 있어, 오늘. 본 적 있어요. 오케이, 좋아. 남자 이름에 쉬하면 감점인가요? 감점 안 돼요. 우리나라도 남자 이름 같은 여자 이름 있지 않나요? 네, 있는 것 같아요. 지형이란 이름이요. 김지형. 여자도 있고 남자가 있는 거 저도 봤어요. 그리고, 그런데 미스터 이렇게 적힌 건 감점 될지요? 미스터? 미스터리라 적힌 건 당연히 he라고 말해야겠죠. 근데 그런 걸 그렇게 말할 일은 거의 없어요. 차트 자체에. I've never seen.
RC, LC에서 Mr. 엄청 많이 나오는데 근데 speaking은 Mr.
거의 그냥 이름만 나와요. 면접관 will interview 구직자 have an interview with 면접관. Yeah, you can say that. And Tang says 유익한 영상 맞네요. 앞으로 공부에 도움이 많을 것 같아요. 좋아요를 눌러주시기 바랍니다. 구독, subscribe를 꼭 눌러주시고요. Okay, sure, there are two. First, from 11:15 to 11:45 a.m., Dave Madden is applying for the digital designer position 뭐 붙여주시고요. And current company is 이러면 안 돼. He is working. 시제로 he is working at coastal programming right now. 이런 식으로. Second, from 2:30 to 3 p.m., Elizabeth Coleman is applying for the digital manager position, and she is currently working at Lunel Tech. 그래서 그 두 번째 거는 괜찮았어요. But Elizabeth is never a guy's name.
I have never seen a guy.
맞아.
Elizabeth.
뭐 그럴 수도 있어요. 엄마 아빠가 좀 그러니까 마음이 이제 들어서 그 이름이.
That is true. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, why not? I mean, Dan, his full name is Daniel, right? But like with the 2L, normally is for girls.
Right.
Daniel.
In fact, actually, I may have mentioned this on the air, but when I studied French, the French version, the man is also called Daniel.
Oh, really? Danielle, right.
And so in French class, my teachers would call me Danielle.
Oh, both of them are Danielle and Danielle in French?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And when I transferred to Albany, when I went to university there, apparently among the transfer students, like I went to get my orientation packet, and apparently there was a Danielle Davis also. So when I first handed them my ID, they said, wait, are you French? No, why?
I'm American.
I'm from Long Island.
맞아.
So,
데이비스란 이름은 근데 American.
Well, American, but European origin.
Oh, really? All right. So you're like, what background? Your ancestors?
Ancestry, my mother's side is almost all from Ireland.
Ireland.
My father's side is mostly from Norway.
Norway. Right. So you guys are from like upper part of Europe.
Northern Europe.
Northern Europe. 그 아일랜드 하니까 생각나는데요. 아일랜드 하면은 그 아일랜드 사람들은 안 먹는데 우리나라에 수출하는 게 있어요.
뭔데?
골뱅이.
I have heard about that actually.
seashell. 그거 뭐라 그래? 영어로 뭐라 그래? seashell이라고 그래야 되나? sea snails?
Sea snails. Yeah.
골뱅이를 안 먹는데요. 독이 있다 생각하고 그걸 절대 먹지 않는데. 그러니까 이제 버리는 거야 앞바다에. 앞바다에 그냥 있는 거야. 그러니까 우리는 뭐 어떻게 해? 그냥 버리는 거니까 잡아다가 우리는 통조림 해가지고 많이 먹잖아. 골뱅이 무침. 그래가지고 그 우리나라 진짜 내가 안 믿었거든요. 뻥치지 마 이랬거든요. 그랬더니 나보고 통조림을 뒤에를 보래. 통조림 뒤에 보니까 아일랜드산이야. 진짜로. 그렇다고 그러더라고요. Just a tip of news or a thing that you might as well know.
Yeah.
Alright, and 이번에는 이런 거, 이런 문제가 있었어. 여러분들 파트 5를 한번 볼게요. Let's move on to part 5.
Okay.
And it's a phone, it's a telephone situation. 요즘에 많이 나와요. 요즘에 이런 상황이 많이 나오거든요. 그래서 잠깐만, 질문이 올라오는 것 같아서 한번 보고.
Okay.
용현님이 외국계 기업 지원서 보니까 성명란에 Client Advisor 있던데 구직자 의미였나요? 이거 좀 약간 전체적인 걸 봐야지 얘기를 해드릴 수 있을 것 같아요.
Yeah.
Client Advisor.
Client advisor, that could be a position title.
성명란에, 이름란에.
이름 안에? 보통 이름 안에 잘 나오지 않는데. Unless you're saying the position with the name, so like my title is creative director, so you could say, Dan Davis, creative director.
Client Advisor 뭔가 목적이 있는 것 같아요. 제가 본인이 쓴 그 외국계 지원서에 전체적인 걸 보지 않고서는 좀 얘기하기가 애매한 내용이네요. Okay, so we're going to part 5. Everyone, just listen to a very common situation that's showing up very often nowadays on test, okay? So listen carefully. It's going to be Jody Powers speaking.
Cut off. Hi, my name is Jody Powers, and I'm the manager of Jumbo Gumbo Restaurant. Our business does fairly well, and a lot of customers eat here regularly. In order to increase the amount of seating, we plan to undergo renovation soon. However, we're not the only option people have to eat out. While we are undergoing renovations, there will still be several other good restaurants that people can go to. I'm worried that we might lose some of our regular customers to those competitors. That's why I decided to call you. I've been told that you are highly experienced in customer service. What would you do if you found yourself in this kind of situation? Can you recommend any tips to prevent from losing my customer base? I'm open to any ideas you might have. After listening to this message, please call me back. My number is 648-0237. Thank you. Bye.
Alright, well that's the situation. 그리고 이 파트는요 반반인데 반절의 점수는 우리 여러분들이 내용을 들은 부분 요약하는 거 summarizing what you heard 이 부분에 있고요. 반절은 여러분들이 생각하는 solutions 해결책 제시에 있습니다. So for 1 minute you guys gotta do half and half of summarizing the message that you just heard and half of it should be your solution to the situation. Okay? 그래서 그런 식으로 얘기를 하는 건데요. 여러분들이 어떻게 summarizing을 할지 한번 얘기를 들어볼게요. summarizing을 잘하시는 분께는 제가 나 TPS 하나 브라이언한테 줄래? 브라이언 이거 드릴게요. 브라이언 선생님 오늘 이거 이쁘심. 오케이. There you go. 브라이언 밑에다가 저 받는 방법 알려드릴 테니까요. 우리 여기 TPS, Gwen TPS 하나 받아가시기 바랍니다. 오케이, it's for you, Brian.
That was easy.
That was easy, right? 아니 이게 옷이 안 입던 옷을 입다 보니까 안 입던 옷 입다 보니까 되게 이렇게 조금 불편한데 이게 보이는 건 예뻐 보이는 것 같아. It's like it's a little uncomfortable right now. Like okay. 그래서 자, okay, let's calm down. We're studying here. 공부하고 있으니까 한번 요약을 해보세요. 요약 잘하시는 분들에게 또 다른 분에게 또 이렇게 Gwen TPS를 또 드리도록 하겠습니다. 내용이 어떤 내용이었는지 방금 전에 우리 Jody Powers가 어떤 내용을 말했는지 Let's see how well you guys can summarize it. Oh, you are the manager of the restaurant. Oh, right. The manager called. 매니저 맞았어요. 나경님 잘하셨어요. And you worried that you will lose your clients, current clients. You are worried. 용현님, you are worried. 이런 걸 잘 쓰셔야 돼요.
Yeah. Now, the word worry can be used as a verb. However, since you have worried,
맞아.
it would be the past tense. And so you should say you are worried or you worry.
그치. 그냥 동사를 쓸 때는 현재 시제로 you worry that you will lose your current clients. 그런 식으로 얘기를 하시면 돼요. 아무도 키키키 웃고서 아무도 요약을 하지 않아. 영훈이, you are the manager of the restaurant. Recently, your restaurant is being renovated.
I think it might be easier to say recently you renovated your restaurant.
그쵸. 최근에 renovate 한다. 근데 지금 renovate
but it's
하려는 거
still-
아니야? They were about to. They plan to undergo
we plan to
renovations.
undergo. Okay, yeah.
이런 거가 살짝 틀려도 사실 잘 이해를 못한 게 되니까 You are planning to renovate your restaurant. 이런 식으로 좀 바꿔보면 어떨까요? 생각보다 정확한 summarizing이 어렵거든요. I understand that we are renovating our restaurant, but the problem is there isn't an outdoor patio area. 재원님은 뭔가를 만들어낸 것 같은데? We never talked about the patio or patio area.
Yeah, I don't think there was a patio
We
in there.
don't want to lose my customers, so you need idea, right? 재환님은 내가 봤을 때는 이 시험의 성적을 잘 받으려면 말을 좀 줄이셔야겠다. 너무 말을 많이 하면은 별로 플러스가 되지 않을 것 같아요. 정지화면인 줄. 재환님에게 어떤 말을 해줄까 생각하다가 직설적으로 말할게요. 재환님 말 많이 하지 마세요. 말을 좀 줄이시고요. 말을 좀 줄이시고 딱 핵심만 짚는 게 제일 좋은 것 같아요. 그래서 그냥 딱 정확한 말은 I heard that we are planning to renovate our restaurant, but we don't want to lose our customers. 뭐 이 정도가 딱 정확한 내용이었어요.
Kim got another excellent one there.
나경님, can you read it for us?
You are going to renovate your restaurant. But you don't want to lose your customers during the renovation.
That is perfect.
Yeah.
나경님 문장은 perfect. 너무 이렇게 막 어렵지 않게 완벽하게 you are going to renovate. 이제 곧 할 거니까 going to. You're going to renovate your restaurant, but you don't want to lose your customers during the renovation. That's perfect. 멈췄어요? 난코님? 우리 되게 이런 말에 민감한데?
I think someone else mentioned that it seemed like we paused. Oh yeah, Brian came there and said we. But I think we seem like we're okay. Though.
Okay, we're okay. Okay. Alright. 그
And maybe just put a buffer in.
나경님의 상황 정리 딱 좋았어요. 이 시츄에이션이 맞고요. 그러면 해결책, 여러분들 해결책 올려보세요. 해결책. 해결책을 잘 올리면은 일단 나경님한테 제가 그웬 티패스 하나 드릴게요. 그웬 티패스를 받아서 나경님 공부 열심히 하십니다. Alright, 괜찮아요. Okay. Your problem is that you plan to upgrade your restaurant. You are worried about losing patrons. You can hand out discount vouchers to clients for next business. 용현님께서는 제가 보기에는 재환님과 마찬가지로 말을 조금 줄이셔야 돼요. 말을 조금 줄이셔도 되고요. 그 patrons라는 단어 쓴 건 되게 좋았어요. 근데 너무 애쓴다는 느낌이야. 이게 어떤 느낌이냐면 재환님이랑 용현님은 나 진짜 성적 잘 받고 싶어. 잘 받고 싶으니까 이 단어도 쓰고 이 표현도 쓰고 이런 것도 쓰고 like when you're dressing up, you put on so many accessories. It's like better to have less.
Yeah.
덜 하는 게 좀 나을 수 있다는 그런 느낌이라서 it's a little too much. Alright? Just try to tone it down a little bit and try to use some easygoing words. Brian said you are worrying because the customers will no longer come during the renovation.
Well, maybe not so much during. Well, they can't come during. So I think maybe after the renovation.
After the renovation, you will lose your customers. You're afraid you will lose the customers after the renovation. 네. 정리는 그 정도 될 것 같거든요. 해결책을 올려주세요. 해결책. 하긴 아까 용현님이 이랬어. Hand out discount voucher to clients for next business.
Maybe
give a discount. I would 이렇게 하자.
reopening?
Give a discount when you reopen the store.
Yeah.
Much easier. Like 이렇게 간단하게라는 거야. Give a discount when you reopen the store.
Yeah.
That should be helpful, right? 그리고 like do a big advertisement. Do a great advertisement when you reopen the store. 여기서 핵심은 when you reopen the store 이런 거. renovation 하면 다시 오픈할 거 아니에요. 그래서 when you reopen the store 이런 것들 하면 좋을 것 같아요. Why don't you give a discount coupon in the future visit?
I think you can either. There's two ways I would fix that. Just drop visit. Say, why don't you give a discount coupon in the future?
맞아.
Or why don't you give a discount coupon when customers visit? When they visit.
Right. 그리고 유정님이 why don't you recommend affiliate restaurant?
I guess that could work, but it's also sort of the source of the problem. Is they're afraid that if they go to another place, then they won't come back here.
And MML님 says, first of all, I think it's a good idea to advertise on SNS after the renovation. 그거 붙여주세요. That should be effective. And moreover, why don't you make posters and banners after the renovation? That should be helpful. 왜냐면 문제의 핵심은 after the renovation입니다, 여러분. After the renovation, the person doesn't want to lose customers. 그게 제일 중요한 거야. 송진, Olivia. You know what? My mom's name is Olivia.
Oh, really?
저희 어머님 성함이 박자, 옥자, 자자세요. 박옥자. 예전에 얼마 전에 TV 그 영화도 옥자라고 되게 유명한 About the Big Pig.
I didn't actually watch it, but I've seen like
previews,
like the trailer.
right? Yeah. And my mom's name is Okja. So like when we went to America in 1988, my dad had this big family meeting of all four of us. My dad's like, my name is Inu, so from now on, my name is going to start with I am Ivan.
Okay.
And my brother's name is Kwangmin at that time, Kwangmin. So he's like, your name starts with K, so you're going to be Kevin. And my name is starting with Seong, Se, S. So my dad's like, from now on, you're going to be Sarah. I hated my name. And my mom is Ukja, so she became Olivia. So that's how our family became Ivan, Olivia, Kevin, and Sarah. 근데 제가 이름을 바꿨죠. 세라라는 이름이 너무 싫어서. Alright, how about, Brian says, how about doing some advertisements or commercials on TV? 중요한 건 after the renovation. After the renovation. 잘하셨어요. It will be expensive, but it will work. 아주 좋아요, Brian.
Yeah.
올리비아가 제일 예쁘대. 올리비아 하스, 맞아. 옛날에 그 되게 유명한 Romeo and Juliet. The female actress. Olivia Hatze, is it?
I'm not sure the actress's name.
Okay, fine. Alright. 자, 그러면 제가 이걸 다 모아서 한번 60초짜리 답변을 만들어 볼 테니까 여러분들 잘 들어보세요. 제가 답변해 볼게요. Listen carefully. Oops. Hello. Hi. This is Gwen. I heard that you are the manager of the restaurant and there's a problem because your restaurant will go under renovation and you're worried that because of the renovation, you might lose customers. So you'd like to get some help with this matter. Well, first of all, I'm sorry to hear about the situation. However, I'm happy to say that there is a way to help you out. And after looking into the situation, I came up with the following suggestions. First of all, I think it's a good idea to advertise your store after the renovation. That should be very effective. And moreover, why don't you give a discount to customers when they visit your store after the renovation? That should be effective. Those are my suggestions, and if you need more help, feel free to call me back anytime. Bye. 뭐야, 나 타이머 없어졌어.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what happened with the timer.
Oh.
But I think that it was probably very close to 60 seconds because you followed the usual format.
맞아. 그 여러분들 파트 5를 처음 공부하시는 분들은요, 요거를 좀 봐주세요. 요거를 다음번에 보실 때 화면 정지 녹화된 것도 올라가니까 요 부분을 제가 보여드릴게요. I want to capture this. 오케이. 요 화면을 캡처를 해서 멈춤을 해가지고 이거 보시면은 이 템플릿을 제가 지금 이용하면서 답변을 하고 있잖아요. I'm using this template, so I never go out of time. I'm very secured. I securely go into 1 minute limit when I use this template. 그래서 이 템플릿을 이용하면은 절대로 overdoing 할 일이 없어요. 그래서 그 템플릿을 꼭 이용해서 답변을 한번 해보도록 하세요. It's better to speak and fulfill that 1 minute than to speak less. 그 뭔가 그냥 좀 더 있는 게 좋은 것 같아요. 샘플로 내가 이만큼 영어를 한다라는 거.
Yeah.
Have you taken any kind of like Korean test to see the level of your Korean?
I did in the military, but ever since then I haven't had like a standardized one.
Mm-hmm.
When I went to Korea University, 고려대학교 갔을 때, it was sort of like an informal test.
Uh-huh.
So first they just gave everyone a piece of paper and said, all right,
Ready?
you have 10 minutes, write a self-introduction in Korean.
그게 다야? And talking?
And from that, well, that was one part of it for reading and writing.
Mm-hmm.
And then for talking, then we went up and first we handed in the paper and one of the professors would look at it. And in my case, he was shocked because
너무 잘 써서?
well, there was two things that shocked him. I wrote the way I would speak casually.
임마. 뭐 이런 거 아니야? 야, 임마. 웃기지 마. 이러면서. Okay. And?
So like my writing was more like 난 작년에 제대해서 한국에 오고 싶어서
okay, alright.
그러니까 그냥 오기로 했어.
All the linking like words over there. Okay.
And so like the conversation teacher, all of the classes I went into the highest level that they had for Korean, for reading, speaking, and writing. But the writing teacher I remember she handed back our first assignments and said, 자, 좀 특이한 게 이 합반 중에 말을 제일 잘하는 사람이 댄이고요. 글을 제일 못 쓰는 사람이 바로 댄입니다.
So your writing is way down there, but your speaking is way up here.
Because my writing was so informal that it looked like it was very low level.
So how's your Korean nowadays?
Now it's much better.
Oh, great.
So I would say I learned the most from that class.
그 댄이 문자도 한국말로 해요, 저희요. 언제 와? 지금. 알았어, 빨리 와. 응, 알았어. 문자도 한국말로 해요. 디옴님 says, 내일 시험 문제 오늘 밤에 뭘 해야 좋을까요? 유튜브에 있는 모의고사 돌면서 순차적으로 말하는 걸 연습할까요? 좋아요. 그리고 오늘 수업 끝나면 바로 또 모의고사 돌아가니까 like right after this show, we're going to have a set of TOEIC sample test, right? Played right afterwards, so you should stay and take it. It's going to be very helpful. And Teji says, no problem. Your restaurant is very popular, so that everybody will keep on waiting. 아까 그 문제, I think it's a great compliment to say after saying the whole answer. Okay.
Yeah, it would be good if trying to comfort a friend.
Yeah, comfort a friend. 마음 안심시키는 거죠. Comfort, making them feel better. Okay, now it's time to move on to the last part. And here, where's the question for last part? Here.
Okay.
Can you read this question?
Sure. What advantages are there of taking a guided tour instead of traveling alone?
Okay, so in this case, it's about guided tour. guided tour. 투어 가이드 데리고 가는 거에 장점을 말해야 돼요. 아까 PD님이 이렇게 반대로 반박해서 말해도 되냐라고 물어보셨는데 이런 거에 대해서 traveling alone이 더 좋다라고 말하면 안 되고 traveling alone이 안 좋다라고 말해도 안 돼요. You gotta say advantages of taking a guided tour.
Yeah.
Well, do you like guided tour or, going on travels alone?
I definitely prefer not guided tours.
And why is that?
I went on a guided tour with the theater group when I was acting. We went to Beijing. And
let's do it this way. I'll give you 1 minute. Let's listen to Dan's answer for 1 minute about the question. What advantages are there of taking a guided tour instead of traveling alone? Go.
But I have to talk about advantages. So some advantages of taking a guided tour instead of traveling alone is that if you don't know the language, then the tour guide can help you get around. And you don't have to worry about transportation because the tour guide will lead you and help you getting to where you're going. And also, if you don't know about famous locations, the tour guide can tell you. But if you're traveling alone, then you might be lonely, or you might get lost, or maybe you can't speak the language. And so that is why those are some things that are advantages about taking a guided tour instead of traveling alone.
근데 이렇게 지금 원어민인데도 이유만 말하다 보니까 10초는 남았어요.
Yeah.
That's why I always tell you guys to give an example.
Yeah.
It's best to say, give a story about an example, like very similar incident that might happen to you. Okay? 그래서 제가 한번 해볼게요. I think there are many advantages of taking a guided tour instead of traveling alone. And there are several reasons to support my opinion. And most of all, it's much easier. For example, last year I went on a trip to Vietnam. And it was a family trip. So I was there, my brother went with me, and my mom and dad. It was like all four of us. In the beginning, I tried to plan out everything. I read the maps, I looked up some places, checked the cost. It was so annoying, so much work. So I gave up because, I was very busy at the time. I didn't have time to do all the research. Instead, I called a travel agency and I signed up for a guided tour. And this guy picked us up. He took us to everywhere. He took us to restaurants. So we didn't have to think about anything. It was so simple and easy. So we had a pleasant trip. Right. That was actually my experience.
Yeah. I did not enjoy my experience, and I think I had the bad experience in my mind and was trying to block out the negative and just talking instead.
그렇구나. 위에 보면은 이런 분이 있었어요. 봐봐. 그웬쌤 강의 열심히 들으면서 책 공부 열심히 했는데 10일 만에 140 레벨 6를 받았대요. 더 열심히 해서 고득점 가고 싶습니다. 파트 5 진짜 도움 많이 된 것 같아요. 그렇죠.
Nice.
파트 5가 저희가 진짜 비법이 그 템플릿 외우는 게 대박.
Right.
그리고 또 이제 강의 교재라든지 아니면 영상 강의 보면은 요럴 땐 이렇게 답변하세요라는 게 딱딱딱 정해져 있어가지고 그것만 많이 익히시면은 레벨 고득점하는 데는 아마 많은 도움이 될 것 같아요. Alright, and you were talking about your incident about guided tours. 댄 선생님 한국에 오래 있다 보면 개그맨처럼 영어 실력이 좋나요?
I've met him. Let's not get into the details. But I've
샘
met him.
해밍턴이랑 댄이랑 서로 안 돼요.
Yeah. We didn't get along very well.
Alright. Well, the thing he's asking is that if you're staying in Korea for a long enough time, can you lose your English?
Will my English go down?
Oh.
Yes. However, for me, my work, I'm always using English.
Yeah.
So I'm writing in English, I'm proofreading English, I'm listening to English, I'm speaking in English. So with my work, like my current job, my English will not get worse. Back at one point when I was acting, everything I did was in Korean.
Oh, okay.
So I could go like a week at a time without using any English. And the only time I would use English was when I called my family.
And you don't call your family that often.
I should call them more. And so if you're living in another country, you could lose some of your native language, but in my case, I still use it all the time.
그게 되게 웃긴 것 같아요. 저랑 댄이랑 이제 평소에 일할 때는 일할 때 영어 쓰다가 한국말 하다가 텍스트 메시지는 한국말로 보내고 말할 때는 영어로 말하다가 그러다가 이제 술을 마시러 가요. 그러면 술을 마실 때 처음에 시작할 때는 한국말로 시작을 해요. 그래서 뭐 소주 반, 맥주 반, 반반 짠 원샷 막 이러면서 더 시켜 막 이러고 이모하고 하는데 어느 순간부터 like both of us, like people there, when we get drunk, I think we start to use English more.
Yeah.
So, 그 어떤 시츄에이션에 따라서 영어를 더 많이 쓰는 때가 있고 한국말을 더 쓰는 때가 있는데 아무래도 언어는 운동하는 뇌랑 똑같다 그러더군요. Like the part of your brain, like when you're doing sports and exercises, the part of your brain works the same as like talking.
Yeah.
Like when you're speaking something. So your brain is activated to be like making actions. So if you don't use your mouth and if you don't use that part of your brain often, then it would rust.
Yeah.
It would go rusty.
Like for example, 뭐 언어 같은 경우에는 옛날에 제가 불어 공부했었는데 중고등학교 때 불어 공부했었는데 근데 안 써가지고 거의 다 잃어버렸죠. 하지만 한국말 배우고 나서 일본어 좀 배웠는데 그거 계속 가끔은 뭐 좀 유지를 해보고 뭐 이런 거는 뭐 일본어로 뭐라고 하지 뭐 그렇게 가끔 생각이 나니까 일본어 아직 조금 할 수 있는 거예요.
일본어는 한국어를 배우는 사람 입장에서는 되게 쉬운 것 같아요. I mean for Koreans to learn a very entry level of Japanese is quite easy because pronunciation is very similar and grammar, 문법 is very similar. So 私はGwenです 이러면 내 이름은 Gwen입니다. Can you guys hear me? Are we back?
Oh, are we?
Oh, alright. 여러분 지금 저희가 카메라가 배터리가 떨어져가지고 지금 on and off 하는 상황이에요. 그래서 저희가 part 6를 하면서 이제 끝났는데 빨리 하나 하고 종료를 해야 될 것 같아요. 지금 배터리가 오늘 할 얘기가 되게 많은데 2주 뒤를 기약을 하고. Alright, well this is another question that we want to talk about. Can you give me the question?
Do you agree?
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree or disagree that it is inefficient to begin a project... I'm sorry. Do you agree or disagree that it is inefficient to begin a project just before the deadline? Why or why not? Back up your answer with specific details.
이건 뭐냐면 procrastination이라고 그러거든요. 미루다가 바로 직전에 벼락치기 하는 거야. Cram for something. 그래서 막 벼락치기를 해가지고 프로젝트 하는데 그게 효율적이냐, is inefficient, 비효율적이냐를 묻는 거예요. And I would say, I agree that it is inefficient to begin a project just before the deadline. And there are several reasons to support my opinion. And most of all, it's not good. It's not helpful. For example, last year, I graduated from college and I got a job at ABC Company. And there were many team projects. And one day we had this very urgent project and we had only 1 week of time. We had a very tight schedule. So we had some meetings. We talked about the preparations and we had to do so many things. We had to do some investigations. We had to prepare lots of charts and data. We had to make a presentation and all that. And we just didn't have enough time. We worked day and night. We crammed for this, project, but it didn't work out. It was unsuccessful. So I definitely think that it is inefficient to begin a project just before the deadline. It's impossible to make a great outcome. 그런 얘기를 할 수 있을 것 같아요.
I think that's a good answer. Although in my situation...
I'll give you your 60 seconds here.
Okay,
so do you agree or disagree that it is inefficient to begin a project just before the deadline? Go.
I disagree that it is inefficient to begin a project just before the deadline. And there are several reasons to support my opinion. First of all, for me, if I don't have stress to finish a project quickly, I go too slow. And also if I'm writing something, if I know I have time, I have to make it perfect. And I won't really finish because I'll start and decide that I don't like it and go back and restart again. But if I start a project with a short deadline and I have to finish it quickly, then I write something and I complete it and I always write it on time to meet the deadline. So in my case, I disagree that it is inefficient to begin a project just before the deadline.
약간 이렇게 말해. I become powerful right before the deadline. I become more focused. I am more energetic. 뭔가 그 에너지를 왜 알잖아요. You can always make something impossible possible.
Yeah.
When you are right in front of the deadline.
Yeah.
아마 그런 얘기를 하는 것 같아요. 저도 그런 경험이 많긴 한데요. 사실 원래 그렇게 막 미리 하는 스타일이 아니라서 항상 one day before. 그래서 이런 답변들을 얘기해 봤습니다. 오늘 진짜 맘먹고 이렇게 오랫동안 얘기하려고 했는데 이 배터리가 말을 안 듣네요. 배터리가 마음을 안 따라주네. 그래서 이렇게 문제들을 좀 봤는데요. 여러분, 저희가 지금까지 다룬 문제들을 가지고 지금부터 모의고사가 한 해가 시작이 될 거예요. So guys, don't go anywhere. The test is going to start right away. Just try to think that this is an actual test and try to answer as best as you can and make sure don't get too nervous. Okay? Make sure to check the time when you're answering. And as always, we'll be back in 2 weeks. Bye-bye.
See ya.
공부해야지. 구독해.
Directions. In this part of the test, you will read aloud the text on the screen. You will have 45 seconds to prepare. Then you will have 45 seconds to read the text aloud. Begin preparing now. Begin reading now. Begin preparing now. Begin reading now. Directions. In this part of the test, you will describe the picture on your screen in as much detail as you can. You will have 30 seconds to prepare your response. Then you will have 45 seconds to speak about the picture. Begin preparing now. Begin speaking now. Directions. In this part of the test, you will answer 3 questions. For each question, begin responding immediately after you hear a beep. No preparation time is provided. You will have 15 seconds to respond to questions 4 and 5, and 30 seconds to respond to question 6.
Imagine that an English newspaper company is doing research to write an article. They want to collect information about smartphones. How often do you visit smartphone stores? Why? What do you usually do with your smartphone? What is the most important thing you consider when choosing a monthly plan for your smartphone? Unlimited data, unlimited text messaging, unlimited calls.
Directions. In this part of the test, you will answer 3 questions based on the information provided. You will have 30 seconds to read the information before the questions begin. For each question, begin responding immediately after you hear a beep. No additional preparation time is provided. You will have 15 seconds to respond to questions 7 and 8, and 30 seconds to respond to question 9. Begin reading now.
Hi, I'm Jenny Pearson. Our company is hiring and I'm in charge of conducting the interviews. I'm supposed to interview some people tomorrow, but I don't have a copy of the schedule. Could you answer a few questions I have about the applicants? What time will the last interview start? Who is the applicant? I heard that 2 of the applicants currently work at Compton Corporation. Is that right? Could you please tell me all you can about people applying for the digital designer position?
Directions. In this part of the test, you will be presented with a problem and asked to propose a solution. You will have 30 seconds to prepare. Then you will have 60 seconds to speak. In your response, be sure to show that you recognize the problem and propose a way of dealing with the problem.
Hi, my name is Jody Powers, and I'm the manager of Jumbo Gumbo Restaurant. Our business does fairly well, and a lot of customers eat here regularly. In order to increase the amount of seating, we plan to undergo renovations soon. However, we're not the only option people have to eat out. While we are undergoing renovations, there will still be several other good restaurants that people can go to. I'm worried that we might lose some of our regular customers to those competitors. That's why I decided to call you. I've been told that you are highly experienced in customer service. What would you do if you found yourself in this kind of situation? Can you recommend any tips to prevent from losing my customer base? I'm open to any ideas you might have. After listening to this message, please call me back. My number is 648-0237. Thank you. Bye.
Begin preparing now. Begin speaking now. Directions. In this part of the test, you will give your opinion about a specific topic. Be sure to say as much as you can in the time allowed. You will have 15 seconds to prepare. Then you will have 60 seconds to speak.
Do you agree or disagree that it is inefficient to begin a project just before the deadline? Why or why not? Back up your answer with specific details.
Begin preparing now. Begin speaking now.